Well, I think it's a horrible day for all concerned. There's no joy in it for me other than getting the job done, of course, that is. Loads of work, trying to compact so much change in such a short period, relatively short period, particularly with injuries, suspensions and all that comes with it, and contracts and all the stuff that's going on here. The underlying bigger news of Everton, which since I've been here is more or less negative connotations about everything, so that I had to try and change. It's been very difficult, but the positive side is we've got the job done. The players have played their part without doubt. I came in here to change a mentality. I think there's been signs of that, still more to go. And overridingly, I said to the players, I said, look, we shouldn't be here. So I said, look, enjoy us today and enjoy it, and you've earned it, but at the end of the day, it's got to change. There's no point in sitting on it already and going, well, like, look how great we are, because it's not like that. There's loads to change here and a lot of work to be done, but a big step to make sure, we secure it.
Going through your head just before the latest goal, so you'd have known that Leicester were winning in the situation at that point. What were you thinking?
Do you know what, strange, I'm all right with that sort of stuff because I can't do anything about it. I'm worse when I'm at home watching it. I don't like that bit. But when I'm working myself and I'm active, I can't do nothing about that. Can only react to what we're doing. You've seen the team we've put out. You've seen the squad today. I mean, that's a stretch. I've never seen it. And you know what? No one would have cared. If we didn't get it done today, no one would have cared. They wouldn't have said the reality. They wouldn't have said, oh, he's had nothing to it. They'd have just said, oh, he didn't get it done. That's life as a football manager, which I totally understand, of course. So I'm pleased for that reason we got it done as well, because we've found a way. The work during the week by my staff as well has been terrific. The players' workload and their belief in what we were, because we had to change the show, we had to change personnel, of course. So I've been really pleased with the players, and generally, we've only stepped away from it a couple of times. We've let some big moments in games go against us, but the actual mentality has been pretty solid since we've been here. A few ups and downs, but pretty solid. And against all the noise, which has been difficult. It is very difficult when you're missing really important players and you're missing them a lot.
And does work on next season start tonight, tomorrow?
Work on next season started the day I got in here. Don't think I thought this was like an easy fix, because it's not. Far from it. There is massive amounts of work to be done. The thing I've learned about Everton, the fans have been amazing. They want the club to be in top end of the market. This club at the minute is not currently at top end of the market. It's a big club, make no mistake. I've learned that very, very quickly. Big history, big club. But we're not performing like a big club. We've got to find a way of changing that. Because you could just sit on every season. This is 2 seasons now, don't forget. I've played my little part in 2 seasons of this. There's massive amounts of change to get that to build to a new dawn, a new future, a bigger future, if you like. So I think the Evertonians, as remarkable as they've been, have got to remember that. This is a bigger project than just, oh, well, it's all right now. It's not. There's going to be more work ahead because it's been going on for 2 years. So therefore, that's shown its sign. I haven't got magic dust. I can only make things happen that I think are believable and I think can be done. But I haven't got magic dust. There's massive amounts of work to be done, not just from me, by everyone at the club.
Chris?
No, I don't think you ever have, because like I say, it's been 2 years of this. So on paper, everyone looks, so why is that team not doing that? You go, well, it hasn't been doing it under various managers for a couple. Probably people say to me, it's sort of been coming away from it for 3 years, 3 seasons. I don't remember that far back. I certainly remember the last couple. So, like I say, it's not a quick fix. This is not just buy a player. Hurrah, it's all solved. It's not like that. They've tried that in the past. It's not that easy. I'm trying to lay down the belief in a new culture, an environment, a belief in, fans. I said the other day to someone, I think it might have even been Andy, I said, if I asked 5 Evertonians, sort of die-hard Evertonians, what the club really stood for, and I asked them on their own, they'd probably give me 5 different answers. Well, that has to realign. There was a time when they said, earthy, raw but hard-working, give a lot to the shirt, pride, and all them words. I'm not quite sure they're as relevant, I'm not quite sure they're as obvious. They're relevant, but I'm not quite sure they're as obvious now. That's the base that I want to build. But then on top of that, of course, excuse me, we want to play good football, we want to play attractive, we want to play winning football. But it has to start with something. There has to be more to it than that. And I've been pleased with that. There's been signs of that. Signs that this team will fight and it will work and it will give everything. They're important things, never more so than in modern football, in my belief. Don't think Pep sides just play beautiful football, because they work, they defend, they play hard, as well as being very, very ultra top footballers.
Chris? Sorry.
Sean, what gives you the belief that you can do that change? Because Frank Lampard sat in the same seat 12 months ago and said similar, and it all happened again.
Well, I'm certainly not judging other managers. I have my own style, my own way of doing it. I've taken a step. I said when I got it, I've got to earn my spurs with the fans and with the club and the hierarchy and everyone here. I've taken a step towards that. It's not all glory, it's not all fixed, but I've taken a step towards that. I know the industry. I've been in it all my life. So I know what I'm doing.
Paul?
So, will you have to sell some of these players?
There's a chance. I'll find out more about that. There's not been any depth to, there's been peripheral talks and alignment of maybes, ifs and ifs, buts and maybes, sorry. But that's going to come over the coming weeks, to find out the truth of what we've got, what we can do, what we can't do, and all the rest of it. The first things first, and I meant sincerely, I know you're probably bored of it, but this was the main job. First of all, had to get this sorted out. We've done the job to get it sorted out and get it over the line. Now, of course, that doesn't mean there wasn't other stuff going on, but that was absolutely the key focus. Now it's time to immediately refocus on the rest of it.
Tom?
Sure. Obviously, there was a lot of celebration in the stadium because of the relief, but it's clear to me, get the message out that this isn't a reason to be happy.
No. Don't misconstrue my words. It's a definite reason to be happy, but we've got to demand more from internally.
Yeah, that's what
If the fans know the truth, I think, I get the feeling. I don't think they think this was a walk in the park. They've been with us all the way, which says to me they've accepted, look, we're not where we want to be at the moment, but let's back what we've got. So that's been good. There's been like a reality check on the fans. It seems to be, right, look, this is the second season we're here. The joyous occasion is out there today. Quite obviously, everyone enjoys it. But we're going to need that solid thinking going forwards. We're not ready to be up there yet. That's quite evident. That's 2 years, maybe 3 years of that. So it's going to be building. It's going to be, progress. And I need the Evertonians to understand that. I think they do. I think they've seen a vision of it, or a view of it, sorry. It's a work in progress. It's not going to be, I don't think, I'll be very surprised if they say, here's another war chest, you're signing one. It's not going to happen. So therefore, we've got to be wise. We've got to recruit wise. We've got to recruit, if possible, players who can understand this club. I've learned about it. It's not just putting someone out there from anywhere in the world. They've got to be able to handle what it is to be part of Everton. And I'm learning that all the time. So we need to get that heartbeat, that mixture, but also talent as well, of course.
that's the point to make. You're speaking realistically about what's needed now.
Well, I've tried to speak realistic when I get it. The thing with realism is not many people want it because it sounds boring. But at the end of the day, it's time for that. There's been a time when this club, in my opinion, went for the lot. Let's just do everything. It's a time for realism, in my opinion. That's what I've learned. And I think there's a hard edge to the fans here. I might be this wrong. I think there's a hard a hard number of fans who actually go, no, I think you're right. I think we'll go with you. I think we need to collect it all back together, realign it, get us back on board, get the fans connected to what we are as a team, to what I am as a manager. And then there'll be another day when hopefully I'll put enough things in place, if I get my time here, when a fashionista can come in and they'll all have a beautiful product. But for now, it's something that actually needs a rawness, a heartbeat, that the people of the Evertoners, in my opinion, can grip to and go, right, we have got a group that are giving every inch of it, and build on that. And I've been pleased with some of that.
What backing do you need then to deliver?
Well, look, it's very difficult nowadays for development. So therefore, fans want development, but really they want first-team footballers who can play and win. So therefore, that usually implies money. But I'm going to wait to see. They have to make sure they're in the division. We know that about the financial stuff and all that. So that's got to be realigned. We've got to learn about that. So I don't know. In honesty, not yet. I don't know. I will do at some point, quite obviously.
But you have said you don't think there'll be a war chest.
Well, not the size it was. I think you all know it's pretty sizable, it looks like to me.
So
It's that beautiful stadium down the road. Someone's got to pay for that, unless you're going to.
So if you're not going to get that, you need your bosses, I guess.
No, we're not going to get that. There has to be reality because you're trying to build a stadium. They're doing massive things in the community. They've got to do something with this stadium, which looks like a massive community project as well. And you've got to get a team to win. There's a lot going on. Sounds easy, it ain't easy. So that's where we need the reality and the heartbeat of a football club, and I think that's massively important. And we've somewhat got it beaten again a little bit stronger. I hope. That's my gut feeling. I don't know every Evertonian. That's just a gut feeling I've got.
We'll take a couple more. One from Carl, one from Paul.
Bringing that up there, do you feel that's sort of incumbent on you to do that as being the figurehead of the club, the public?
Well, someone's got to, and that's usually the manager. Whether you like it or not, you take the hits. So you've got to enjoy the good stuff. But the hits keep coming, and they're all looking at me. No one would have cared. No Evertonian would have cared if we didn't get this over the line. They wouldn't have bothered with all the misfiring centre forwards and all the injuries and the suspensions and all the contract situations, players' rumours, players going out, the stuff that comes out of the club. They wouldn't have bothered with anything. That's life as a football manager. But now at least I can bring some of it to the fore and say, right, okay, I've given you the first step, and it's a big step. But then I need a bit of reality from the fans to go, right, okay, I don't think we're just going to expect next season we just win the first 10 on the trot. Highly unlikely, it looks to me. From 2 years, maybe more, of a club that's been just edging downwards. We've got to recreate an atmosphere and a belief in moving forwards. And that has to be a reality line through the club, in my opinion.
But that involves you managing up as well as down.
That's part of modern management.
Juggling to do for
It is. Why do you think I look like this? From years of doing this, see them lines on my head. I think they get that deep from just having a joyous occasion. I had 8 months out, they weren't there for 8 months. Got back here and they all come back on my head again.
But you already you feel it looks like you're more emboldened by securing this. You're
No, I'm just bereft of giving you a load of nonsense. I'm trying to say the truth. I'm trying to tell the Evertonians the truth of what it is. I can mess around with all the myths if you want me to. Yeah, we're going to play like this. We're going to play like Man City because now we've got it over the line. It's all going to be wonderful. It's not. It's going to be loads of hard work to be done. Loads of hard work. But in my opinion, years gone by, speaking to Reedy and all the Joe Royal and them, it was always about that. Let's applaud it. Evertonians remember a time when they had an earthy team, a team that gave everything, a team that put their heart on the sleeve, and all them good things. They're good things. Even in modern times, they're good things. And of course, we still want to play good football, attacking football, aggressive, pleasing football that can win games. Not easy.